National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunton. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. And they lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 91 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's taken in by Weaver. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Patel. And he completes it to Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this will be scooped, taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Our home team, nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Looking to throw. Patel. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Torres. Here's 3rd and 10.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Patel. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Throwing is Lewis. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Lewis. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. When you look at this defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Walker now on 1st and 10. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards there for number 15.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Complete to number 25. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Weaver. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Good for a first down.
They'll run on 1st down. Church. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on now is the punter. as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Lewis. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and they'll take over here following the interception with a chance to tie the ball game. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Church. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it, because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Very aggressive on that one.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lewis. Into space at the 45. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Gain of 15. Results in a 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that and take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 39-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
13 yards. Result is a first down.
Walker with another carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He was taken long at the 22.
Now a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Green. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
17-yard line. 5 yards on.
Here's Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Looking to put a drive together. And they'll begin by running the option. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down. Patel can't get away, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Green. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. He will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Lewis. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Lewis. That's complete to Turner. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
2nd and 15. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So that drives 7 plays in length. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of 4.
2nd and 6. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
It's Wilson. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
At the 39-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Church gets around him. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
27-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Patel. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, Most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Dances by him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Lewis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Lewis. And he's got his man on the out route. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw. Lewis. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
7. It's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Over the middle, complete. It's Torres. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Patel. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Wilson snags it left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Across midfield at the 48.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
10 yards to go.
Back to throw. Patel. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. Looking to throw. Patel. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Little short pass to James, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Lewis now off the play fake. And Walker with it over the middle. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Operating from the gun, Lewis. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
At the 39-yard line.
On first down, Church. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Patel. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Intended for his wideout. Incomplete. Brings up third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Church. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Brings up third and 1.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw. Patel. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has him an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Lewis. He completes this to Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A gain of 16 yards. Results in a first down.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Caught by Turner. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Off the RPO, he completes it. Second and 9.
Complete to number 4. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Lewis. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. second and goal from the 1.
Brings up second and goal.
Walker once more. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
They'll go to the keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And his guys have taken the lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Our home team, 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll keep it on the ground. Church. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, first and 10.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? But this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the gun, it's Walker. Shrugs him off. And he's got this down to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Breen. They juked him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Lewis. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown ground. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give your team a firm advantage?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Church. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's taken down at the 33.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Project S. This ain't what you want.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging him.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down the sack back at the 16-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
16-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Patel. That's taken in by Weaver. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun on 3rd down, Patel. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
It's 4th down.
The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is Lewis. Quick hitter here is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Lewis. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Gain of 12. Results in a 1st down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
A give for Walker running right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Is a 1st down.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. Lewis setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Lewis. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's James. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
He finds his man complete. It's Weaver.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches.
Up the middle they go. Church. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 5.
Looking to throw. Patel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down. Church. And down to the 36-yard line here.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Church. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up third and 3.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
It's now fourth down and less than a yard.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Looks like Pete Carroll wants a second opinion here. So out comes the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Third and 19.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
Operating from the gun, Patel. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Well, he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their third and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
Straight ahead, Walker.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Here comes third down and 7.
It's third and 7.
Here's the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And they will take over first and 10.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 8, 35 seconds to go. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now 2nd and 4.
At the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time not an ally.
1st and 10 at the 33.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for our visitors, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.